Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2024 Audi S3. This model is finished off in a glacier white metallic with the roughly $13,000 worth of options. MSRP is just over $60,000. So we have a pretty much fully loaded S3 to go over for today. Let's start off with what this is powered by, which is the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. This is paired to the 7-speed S-Tronic automatic, and it pumps out 306 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque. Sent through that Quattro all-wheel drive system, it will propel this 3,500-pound sedan from 0 to 60 in just over 4 seconds, up to its top speed of 155 miles an hour. Now, as far as the packages go, this is a Premium Plus, so we have that package along with the Tech package, carbon fiber, black optics, S-Sport package, even Nappa leather seating, sports exhaust, all of the logos. So like I said, very well equipped. Now up front, you'll notice the blacked out Audi logo along with the hexagonal grille. There's also a sensor down below for the distance pacing, all of the parking sensors, more black accents on both sides, LEDs for the headlights, DRLs, and turn signals, and then 4 lines that come down the hood just to give it a really good look. Now this has a set of 19-inch wheels with that two-tone design, the red S-Sport brakes. There's also carbon fiber for those power folding side mirrors with a turn signal, full moonroof up top. All the window trim is blacked out. There's also gloss black in the lower side skirt there. And I really like the design of this smaller size sedan. It gives it kind of a boxy look, but for its size, I think the proportions make it look a little bit larger on the outside, just giving it a great design. Now this also has a pretty large carbon fiber spoiler mounted on the trunk. There's the backup camera, all the parking sensors, quad tip, dual sport exhaust there, and then LEDs for the taillights and turn signals. Now you can also use the button on the key fob to open up that trunk lid, where this is surprisingly roomy. It's a good amount of space. There's a hook here where you can place some items, a little bit of storage underneath the floor. Not really usable, but you could place some small items under there if you needed to. There's a 12-volt as well as a bin there, and you can also fold down the back seats to give yourself that much more interior space. Now what I love too is that fact that you can actually unlock this with the back door handles, which is very helpful. And then we have a nice door panel with the interior lighting and the brushed accents there. Ergonomical design for that release handle. There's a Bang & Olufsen sound system, and then storage in the lower section. And then very nice Nappa leather seats. Now at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. There's also the storage nets. You have your climate vents along with some auxiliaries. Now my head is just touching the headliner, so it is a little bit tight, but it's doable if you don't want a large sedan. You can also fold down the middle seat individually if you need to. But it still works. It still works, especially if you're driving in the city. You don't want that large of a vehicle. I can still ride around town and be comfortable. Now this also has memory seating adjustments, power folding side mirrors, which are heated too, a little bit of storage in that lower section, and then very nice front seats with the lateral support as well as the leg support. Now if we start this up, we have the solid and perforated steering wheel along with the paddle shifters. On the right side, you have a favorites button. You also have your Bluetooth and voice commands, volume and tuning. And then the left side, you have these controls to go through the digital gauge cluster. So you can scroll through a lot of information. With the current layout, it's all going to be on the left side there. And then if you want to pull up info in full screen, just click on view. And now you can actually go through the rest of this information that I just showed right in the middle. So just depending on how you would like to see that. And then we have the cruise and distance pacing on that stalk on the left side. A little bit of storage along with your headlight adjustments. We have this new brush trim accent along with the interior lighting, which is different from previous models. And then right in the middle with the infotainment system, there's a lot of icons to go through, just depending on what you need to see. There's a split view, and then you even have shortcuts located on this left side. So that way you can further get through all of this information. Now underneath that, there's a row of toggles to go through your climates. So you have fan speed, where you like the air to go, temperatures, you have heated seats as well on both sides. And then shortcuts to a drive select, so you can get into the different driving modes. There's traction control, engine start stop, your hazards, parking sensors, and even parallel parking. So like I mentioned, smaller vehicle, something you would drive in the city, you even have technology features like that available. There's wireless charging with some more auxiliaries. You have controls for your audio. Volume is just by swiping your finger around the outside, and then you have tuning and then on, off, and mute. If we put this into reverse, you get the backup camera there. There's drive in the sport mode, and then park located up front. There's the e-brake, a little bit of storage with some cup holders, and then you do have the armrest that is adjustable, so you can slide that and of course open it up. You get plenty of space in the glove box there, and then garage door buttons, touch sensitive dome lights, as well as the dual sunshade. So you can actually have this open, of course, with the sunroof closed, or you can have that closed with the sunroof open. It is perforated, which is nice, but it is going to block sun when you have this closed and the sunroof open, which is a really cool feature. And then here's a look at visibility over both shoulders. Pretty easy to see around. It's a small vehicle, so there's not too many blind spots. And from second gear, here we go. Mild acceleration, we're up to speed, and again, paddles are super responsive. So this is going to make for a very fun, sporty, nimble sedan without giving you a large vehicle. If you're driving in the city, something like that, you just prefer a smaller car. It's definitely a great option to go with. The steering is also very incredible and direct. So I like that. You almost get the RS3 without spending a little bit more, but you don't have obviously the power suspension, but it feels very similar, at least from my perspective, just driving it around like this. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the S3. Definitely a very nice interior. I love just all of the materials. There seems to be maybe some plastic underneath this, but we do have a nice material that's on it with all the stitching and everything. But it's nice. It's very simple, but it gives you everything that you need with a really nice layout, not too many controls to go over, and it's quiet. Well refined, as an Audi should, or should be. And it would make for a great daily. Handling for the turn we can do there is pretty good, like I mentioned. But yeah, it's a nice ride. If you're in the market for a smaller size sedan, there's not too many where you have the options to get performance like this, as well as the RS3 too. So on that smaller size, some people don't need a big sedan. So you don't have too many smaller size options, maybe some AMG models. You could go with a Lexus IS. It's going to be a little bit bigger though. So maybe a 340 from BMW, but again, a little bit larger, so it's kind of hard to find some smaller size competitors for the small size that this Audi is. But that's going to wrap it up for the 2024 Audi S3. Once again, a huge shout out to Audi Northlake for providing this sedan for me today. Take a look at their website. That link is down in the description. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.